With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello students, our question is given as a bead of mass m can slide without friction on a fixed circular horizontal ring of radius 3r having a center at the point C. So here a figure of circular horizontal ring is given and its radius is 3r. So radius is given by 3r. Here AC is a radius, BC is also radius, it is 3r. The bead is attached to one of the end of the spring with a spring constant K. So this is a bead. Okay. Natural length of the spring is R. And the other end of spring is R. And the other end of spring is fixed at point O. Here is the point O, which is the opposite end of the spring is fixed. If the bead is released from the position A, then the kinetic energy of the bead when it reaches point B. When it reaches here, we need to calculate the kinetic energy. So initially the spring is at OA and the final position of the spring is OB and the bead is at B. So we need to find when the A bead changes to position B, what is the kinetic energy. Okay, here 4 options are given regarding our values. Okay, so we can calculate the kinetic energy needed to move the bead from position A to position B. Okay, first of all, for that we need to find the potential energy inside the spring. So potential energy of the spring, we are familiar with the equation, that is half K change in the length, that is delta x square. Okay, we can see that we can construct, see here there is a right triangle. Right triangle here, consider there is a right triangle OA. It's a right triangle, let us see. So we can write right triangle OCA. Okay, see this AC is a 3R. What is OC? OC is given by 4R, 3R and 4R. So we can calculate OA. OA is the hypotenuse. So OA square, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square. What is OC? OC is a 4R square plus AC is altitude, it is 3R square. So we get 16R square plus 9R square, or OA is equal to 16R plus 9R square is equal to 25R square. Taking the square root, OA is equal to 5R. So the extension come to the spring is 5R in the initial case. Okay, so we can find the change in the length in the initial case and the final case. So change in length of spring initial. At the initial means that is spring is at a position OA. That is spring is at a position OA. Okay. So what is the change? We can write delta x1. It is original, that is OA minus what is the natural length of the spring? It is R. So 5R minus R, which is equal to 4R. This is the initial change in the length of the spring. What is the final position? Final position is OB. Okay. So what is here? OC is a 3R. OC is a distance 3R. OC is a 4R, BC is a 3R. So what is OB? OB, the distance of OB becomes R. Okay, so the change in the final position of the length, the change in length at final position. At final position, let it be delta x2. So OB is the position minus R is the initial, that means natural length of the spring. What is OB? OB is R minus R is equal to 0. So the final position, there is no change in the length of the spring. Okay, now we can apply the conservation of energy. Conservation of energy. Conservation of energy. On applying conservation of energy, What is equation? Initial kinetic energy plus potential energy equal to final kinetic energy plus potential energy final. What is initial kinetic energy? Initially, the mass is at a point A which is at rest. So, initial kinetic energy is 0. What is initial potential energy? It is half K. Initial change, that is delta x1 equal to, what is final potential energy? Let it be kinetic energy final plus final potential energy is half K delta x x2. What is x2? x2 is 0 and x1 is 4r. So, here there is a square. Okay, now we can substitute the value, that is half K 4r square equal to kinetic energy final plus 0, since delta x is equal to 0. So, kinetic energy final is equal to half K 16r square or K 8K r square. So, this is a final kinetic energy 8K r square. So, we can see option C is the correct answer, 8K r square. Okay.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.